You're listening to the Gag On This podcast.
I see you standing up and I want to knock you down.
Well, my night's ruined.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's begin. Because I got to cut out all that good talking we had for the first 5 minutes.
No, you can leave it in.
No, because
Where's Dan? Where's the D?
Danny D is she had a car accident.
Little bender.
Yeah.
What are you? Wow.
A little bit. Yeah, she said she's fine though. So
That's good.
yeah. All right.
That's awesome.
This is the Gag On This podcast. Episode description. We'll have the show and guest social media. Subscribe to our YouTube page. You'll hear the episode 2 days before release, and you'll get to see all of our lovely faces. This is a sausage fest today. What?
Apparently, there'll be lots to gag on tonight.
Not for me and Nick.
I was going to say, between us, we probably got a whole dick.
Wow.
A whole average 5.2-inch dick.
Wow.
Jesus.
Like and follow us on social media. Like what you hear, leave a review. That'd be great. Hate what you hear? Join the Hurt Locker. Yeah, it was just on. That's the only insult I could come up with, guys.
That was like grab a bomb. Grab a bomb.
There you go. Yeah. I like how Shiraz's just like, I don't know how to respond.
No, I don't.
To any of this. I am Big Nick. We are not joined by the nationally traveling comedian Danny D because, as we said, she got in a car accident. But do not worry. We have co-host of the Stand Up Dads podcast, my bearded Portuguese lover, Rob.
Hello.
We are joined by Vice President of the Sacramento Poet Society, Sacramento Poet Laureate, all-around good guy, Sharon.
How y'all doing?
And we are joined by 1/3 of the Film Rage podcast. Say hello to my guest from Canada, Jim.
Hey.
Woo!
Obrigado. Just speaking my only Portuguese. So There you go, Rob.
Thank you. Oh, you did some research.
So do they have a lot of Portuguese in Canada?
Maybe, I guess. I don't know. I don't think I've seen one.
Never asked.
Oh, we look like the rest.
I like how he looks around. I haven't seen one in the wild.
Not in the wild, the big city. No, they're scarce. That's for sure.
Anywhere there was fishing 60 years ago, there's Portuguese.
Oh, yeah. Or egg tarts. Like if you hold up an egg tart anywhere, it's like the fucking Portuguese will come running. It's like, what's that? I smell egg tart.
Wow. That's the first time I've heard the fucking Portuguese.
All right.
Now I know what it feels like to be another minority.
Now,
the fucking Chinese guys, the fucking Mexicans. I never heard the fucking Portuguese. Wow.
It's like those Lay's commercials. I'm not sharing my Portuguese egg tarts with just anybody.
What? All right, you got to help me out here. What the fuck is an egg tart?
They're little custard things that look like a shitty flan.
Oh, okay.
Without any fruit.
Yeah, it's just.
See, he heard egg tart and he came running.
He's like, egg tart?
I'm on half Portuguese here.
Oh, he looks pissed.
Told the fucking wife we're recording at 6, and she's still not back. So,
oh, yeah. You know what? She's probably getting you an egg tart, treating you.
Yeah, looking great.
Yeah. That's what she might call it later, anyway.
Yeah, fuck trophies, Jim.
Do I have fuck trophies?
Yes.
Yeah, I've got two of them. I've got two. They're old fuck trophies, though.
Oh, okay.
So
That's good.
they're kind of old enough to make their own fuck trophies, I guess.
Okay. So you're more of a man than I. Yeah.
Well, I don't know about that. I
Survived it.
I have daughters, so.
Ooh. Yeah, you're definitely. No,
I got one.
You know,
I'm gonna quit bitching.
I kind of want to. I want to ask this, even though it's more like a stand-up dad's question. But what do you think? Since you guys both have boys, and girls, what do you think would be more difficult in today's society to raise? Because me personally, I think a girl, especially because kids these days think aggressive porn is like the normal way to have sex. Like, oh,
I feel like I dodged a bullet not having a girl.
I have both, so
Okay.
Girls can be hard, but boy, it's gonna I gotta keep him on tap because you never know what's out there he's gonna touch. So it's like,
I can't remember which comedian that said it, but it was like, if you got a boy, you got to worry about his dick. If you got a girl, you got to worry about everybody's dick.
Everybody's dick. It's true. Unless you teach them how to properly kick ass and punch dicks, right? So that's
dick punches.
I fear any man that tries to do anything with my daughters. They'd be just like, bow.
Wow.
Yeah.
You're going to get some.
Of course, if I had a daughter, she'd look like me and I wouldn't have to. That would, problem fix itself.
Well, but Rob, what do you look like from behind? That's the question.
Oh, shit.
Grimace.
Hey, some men are into that, man. All right, so since you do a film podcast, Rob brought this point up, and I am curious what everyone thinks of it. Let me just share my screen real quick. All right. So, Citizen Kane is no longer #1 rated film. It is officially Paddington fucking 2.
Wow. Wow.
Wow.
It's not surprising that it's a kid's movie, but if that is a sequel, is what freaks me out.
That's what I'm saying.
So it's because it takes a bear to catch a thief. This is the truth of this for sure.
Have you
I have
seen this movie?
have a very good. God, no.
Not yet.
Oh, okay.
No.
Wait, you haven't seen it?
No.
Oh.
Well, no.
Why'd you have to think about it?
Well, I see a lot of movies and I forget I've seen them because I see so many. But although there is a prison scene by the looks of things, so I kind of like prison scene movies. So
And they're in pink.
I'm not sure.
Like in Shawshank.
I don't know what happens to that. Is this the porn version of Paddington? Is this Paddington's poo? Maybe, I don't know. Is it like a?
But like, all right. So, have you seen Citizen Kane?
Yes, of course. Yeah.
All right. So Rob and Rob hasn't seen it. I've seen bits of it and then turned it off because personally, I found it to be quite boring.
It's taste. Yeah.
It's a film lovers movie, I guess I would say. I'll spoil the ending for you. Do you want me to spoil the ending?
I already know what
I won't spoil the
Rosebud
ending.
is.
It's a sled.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's what they want us to believe.
Well, I know he got in a lot of trouble because of Hearst because of that. Wasn't that based on William Randolph Hearst?
Yeah, that's what Mank was kind of alluding to, right? With the movie Mank, if you've seen that one, it just came out, part of the Oscar buzz. But yep, it's all kind of interconnected. It's a great film, right? If you're a film buff, everybody. It's the movie. Apparently now, except for Paddington 2, the prison scenes, but which now I'm kind of curious to see now that I know there's a bear prison scene. But yeah, no. Citizen Kane is a classic movie. The French Maid.
Fresh meat, not French.
The French Maid version? How many versions of Paddington is there?
Sure. And you know what? This is just going to encourage him to make more.
True.
Probably. But so
Oh, the Brits.
those Brits. I probably shouldn't talk because I'm hoping to get a British person on. We love the Brits here. We just left because it was all, crazy.
Queen and stuff. Like, yeah.
You guys still have her on
Taxation
your
without
money.
representation.
Yeah, but you're in Canada,
right.
aren't you guys?
You know more about us than most Americans right there.
Well, we got not a lot to do up here other than drink, watch Netflix Canada, which is kind of shitty, and look at the Queen. She's hot, man. Like for a 95-year-old, that's a good
your
deal.
choice. The Queen or Betty White? Which would you go for?
Oh man, can I do them both?
Nice.
Breaking hips all over.
I was always into B. Arthur because I have this thing for women that look like they could beat me up. So it's like, right? You get it.
Yeah.
I can see that.
Okay, so China, the wrestler.
Ooh.
Yeah,
She
like
died.
I'm all over that.
So, dang.
She ain't gonna put up much of a fight now.
Seriously.
Oh.
That's why we had him on. He says shit that we say. All right. So since you're a film buff and your podcast is all about film reviews, why don't you talk about sort of I'm looking for a fancy word, but the beginning of your podcast, and then if you had to guess how many movies you've seen so far.
In the podcast or in my life, because that is, I don't know, it's impossible to tell that many. So our podcast started because there's a bunch of us in Calgary here. I live in Calgary, Alberta, Canada. And supposedly I say a boot a lot. So if every time I say that, we should really do a drink. You guys just have to remind me because I probably say it more than I should.
I got my soda.
So we were, yeah. So I'm drinking the pineapple.
There you go.
So, and nobody knows what's in this. I'm just saying. So we kind of attend a couple of different film festivals. We have some amazing film festivals in the city, and it was a bunch of us that kind of go to all of them. We volunteer. It's a big community here of film. And we kind of came out of a festival back a couple years ago, and it was like 2 a.m. and we were all fucking tired. And because they used to have these midnight movie shows, and we sat and talked about this movie for about an hour, and there was probably about 25 of us sitting outside the movie theater. It was me and my buddy Bryce that were kind of just shooting the shit, and people were like, we were just having a great time. And then someone said, you guys should start a podcast because, you guys are fucked up. And I'm like, yeah, that's true. We are kind of fucked up. And so, yeah, that's what kind of started it. It's just our love of films. We're both film geeks. We've got a lot of experience in seeing film, watching film, and our boy Murray, who's our producer, which has been kind of like, we don't see each other now. So how much is he producing? So he hasn't been on the show for a while. He came back just recently. So, but yeah, it's the three of us. I would say we try to average about 5 films that we view a week. So when the cinemas were open, we would try and see 2 or 3 brand films. And then we would try and go on all the different streaming services that we get and try and, see as many good films. And then, of course, we have a big component of our show, which is called Rage or Dare, which we get people to dare us to see terrible, terrible movies and then make us rage, which is the funnest part of the show. It's just like there's some really fucking awful movies, and it's painful to watch, and it's fun when your friend has to watch it and you don't, so you laugh at them the whole time.
So what's your worst one you've had to watch?
Actually, it was from a buddy of ours from Shoot the Flick. Frankie and Scott dared me to see 9 Lives. That movie is so fucking terrible. It is beyond reproach. It's so terrible. Yeah. So I dare anybody to watch that and not hate everything about it. And it was before Kevin Spacey was busted for being a child molester. Wank.
True.
9 lives. Oh, I think I know which one you're talking about.
Let's look it up. Huh?
That actually, all right,
Yeah.
I'll be honest, that wasn't that horrible of a movie.
It's
It looks pretty bad.
I mean,
It looks pretty
It is
bad.
literally the worst movie I've ever seen.
Oh, you know
It
what?
is
I remember the
terrible.
commercials. He turns into a cat, right?
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
Mm.
Well, you know what? I got an 8-year-old, so I have to watch shit like this. So, and you know, Gag on
Feel
this. We
sad
started
for
off
you.
reviewing a movie on our first episode,
Oh, really?
What was it?
We did?
Mighty Ducks.
Oh, I thought it would be
Oh.
like Deep Throat. Is that how the name came out?
No, we
No.
didn't. We didn't review it. It's just
Well,
so we live in Sacramento, and then we are close to a town called Marysville, and the goalie in Mighty Ducks, Goldberg, I don't know his real name, he got popped for being basically homeless and stealing stuff, high on meth in Marysville, and that's what started our
Nice.
conversation.
but then,
Nice.
like for 3 episodes in a row, we talked about Mighty Ducks, which drove me fucking nuts.
Yeah, because that also could make my top 10 of worst movies too.
Speaking of which, have you guys seen Game Changer Mighty Ducks? That's a
I
good
was
one.
gonna
Let's
say
chat
about
about that. Right,
I was
Rob?
Oh, not a clue.
I mean,
Is this a
I was a-
TV series?
Well, no, it's on Disney Plus. It's on Disney
Which is a
Plus.
series.
Yeah,
Well,
it's just
is
a
it a series
though.
or is it? It's a. I thought it was
series.
a movie. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Series.
They brought back Amelia Estevez, so I was like, oh, okay.
Well, he hasn't been doing much lately. He's like
True. But
he's old now. What is he?
but
gonna
no,
do?
we have a film review people that do the same thing called Dare Daniels, and they get dared to watch movies and stuff, and then come back and tell their side. So yeah, I know what you mean by that. So it's funny when you say like, yeah, that's they seen some horror ones, even like Jim Cotta and stuff. They seem like, oh, good God, really? So yeah.
By the way,
Well,
Dare-
sometimes a movie can be so bad that's funny, right?
Yeah, that's what they said too. Sometimes the movie can be re-dared, and it's like, that's not
Yeah.
bad.
yeah, like Velocipaster.
Oh man,
Rob, do you know what we're talking about?
I know that one.
Oh, okay,
It
we're
makes me think of Bubba Hotep.
Bubba Hotep was amazing.
That was the
Yeah,
I
that's a
love Bubba
great
Hotep.
movie. Yeah, that's a great movie.
My head's all full of sand.
Velocipaster.
Wow. That's like up there with Sharknado.
Let's see if we can get
It's
a
in the same-
trailer for you guys.
It's up in the same diameter. Yeah.
All right, let's-
Oh yeah, this
watch
is my kind of Z movie.
Really?
hold on.
Uh-oh. We lose him? Oh, here
No.
we go.
Yeah, it kept messing up. Hold on a minute.
Uh-oh.
I'm here.
No, the share screen was doing weird shit. Okay, you guys ready?
Go ahead.
Vanessa Pass.
You're a ninja. Wow. That is so B-rated.
They followed me home.
Oh no!
The Velocipasta. A troubled priest.
How long has it been since your last confession?
Oh, it's been about 2 years.
Looks like John
Do
Mulaney.
drugs, sell drugs, murder people.
I want to go to this church. This church looks fun.
A beautiful girl with a dark past.
They're always smoking joints.
That doesn't make you angry at all. That's like gonna chill you out.
They're laced.
It looks like a young version of Dexter.
all the time.
Dexter and John Mulaney had a kid.
You're like you
Yeah,
By what? Killing people?
an illegitimate baby clown.
Wow.
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 That's like a paper mache dinosaur head.
I think they're trying to show off his legs though, because almost every scene he's like wearing either no pants or potentially pants adjacent
romper
type
on.
no pants.
Why
pretty bad.
ninjas? I mean, really, why ninjas?
Why not? If you're going to make
Why
a shitty
not?
movie, you got to put ninjas.
I was about to say, you're making a movie about a pastor that actually turns into a velociraptor.
Yeah, that's
But
what you're
you-
worried about?
No, seriously, and you've seen them. all white guys in clothes. It's just like,
What? You're a little bit frightened there, I think, weren't you, Sean? It's like
Bunch of white guys in robes.
That would freak me out.
he's like, I'm not watching that movie. That sounds too much like having to go to the store.
touche. Sometimes, but no, it's just like got that whole Toxic Avenger feel to it and stuff. It's like,
Love Toxic Avenger.
Yeah, trauma films.
Trauma films, yeah.
We actually, they're pretty fucked up. He's funny as hell though, man. He's funny as hell.
Oh, you talked to him?
Yeah,
okay.
Well, he's been to Calgary a few times. A buddy of ours is a huge trauma fan. We just reviewed the most recent hashtag Shakespeare shitstorm at the film festival we just reviewed, and he's all the way through. He's just a funny guy, man. He's just messed. I love him.
Well, I saw on your page that they're remaking
times.
Toxic Avenger with who's the midget?
Oh, Dinklage.
Oh, Peter Dinklage.
I think he's playing the Toxic Avenger.
What?
I think.
Well, that's the rumor. He's an angry elf. He's an angry elf. But anything he's in is good. Like he's funny. He can do Game of Thrones stuff, with a British accent. That's talent, man. Blimey, he can do it.
I don't. Oh, that was as bad as my British accent. Jesus.
Boy.
I don't try and do accents. It's just not something I do.
Isn't Calgary's not
right.
The
That's
French?
Alberta.
Montana.
It's the French one?
No, that's Montana.
No.
That's Quebec.
That's Quebec, yeah.
And
it's Calgary, Alberta. Yeah, so Calgary's the city. Alberta is the province, similar to, I guess, a state.
Yeah.
And and I loved it up there. We had our honeymoon in Banff.
What? Get out.
Seriously, I loved it. It was like August. And I remember we got up there after I guess it was a testicle festival or something. You guys had the
testicle festival?
Yes. Yeah, we do. Yeah, man, we do. We love testicles here.
Although, you know what?
Oh, dude, you got to come back.
Dry ribs.
Shirt.
I can't find them anywhere else. I think they just called them dry ribs. It was like these little.
It's everywhere. It's like
it's nowhere.
It's kind of like when you're in the States and there's barbecue everywhere. Well, there's dry ribs here everywhere. It's like it's kind of like, well, we overcooked them so they're dry and they just throw a bunch of salt on it and then these are the best. We dip them in shit.
Although I was pissed because I wanted to try balls, but I was a week too late.
Well, there's actually it's funny, the Testicle Festival. So there's a bar in Calgary. It's right downtown. And they have during the Stampede. So if you don't, Calgary, he's known for like two things. The Calgary Stampede, which they say is the greatest outdoor show on earth. And then, of course, the Testicle Festival. So, which happens at the same time. So
really,
you can come and get your mouth full of balls. It's
really,
and then have a gay rodeo almost at the same time.
Calgary Flames isn't something that Calgary is known for.
I guess that would be the queers and queers.
Yeah, but it's exactly like
it's the hockey team.
Where did they come up with a name like Flames? Right, like it's like it's the Calgary Flames. You know what I'm saying?
I've always heard of Calgary referred to as like Canada's Houston.
Yeah, it is actually. So we're the oil capital of Canada, and Houston's the oil capital of the world. So everything is oil here. We've been in I want to say recession for 8 years. So, it's been really good here. Then we got hit with COVID, which is like double recession. So like nobody's working. It's like 80% unemployment and, there's crack whores everywhere.
Wow.
Really? Gotta pay for those dry ribs.
Yeah. Mom. Yeah. Well, they can't even afford to cook our ribs properly. So they all come out dry now. They don't even have like.
So are you telling me you don't like the dry ribs?
Me? God, no. I hate them.
Oh, I fucking love them. I've actively sought them out.
Oh, dude. Well, you know what? I can make you dry herbs anytime you want. Cook a bunch of shitty dollar store rib stuff, knits, and then there you go. Yeah, see, I like to come to the States for barbecue, man.
Yeah.
Like, it's funny how certain cultures, like you can go to any city in the U.S. It could be Montana. Is that a city? No, I'm kidding. So you could go to Montana, and it's a small city. You could go to Montana and still find like the best barbecue that you've ever eaten in Canada. Or the other thing that is also in every single state is either Tex-Mex or Mex. And here in Canada, we can't do either of those. We can't do Tex or Mex, and we can't do barbecue. It's just, people try. It's just, why even try? They just do your stupid dry ribs and just call it a quits.
You can't
do the things
Mex
we can do. Poutine. What? Yeah, man. There's good Mex in Montana. What are you talking about?
No,
they have a restaurant called Taco
Not Montana's.
It's
What's your point? That's not a Mexican restaurant. That's a shithole.
That is their idea of Mexican. Taco Bell.
That's like Taco Bell. That's like saying Taco Bell is a Mexican restaurant.
Yeah, I know.
I mean,
crunchy gordita crunch. What the fuck is that? Nobody has that in Mexico. That shit's poison.
Are you telling me Hispanics don't cook Mexican pizzas all the goddamn time?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. It's not right. Not when I've been in Mexico, but what do I know? I'm from Canada.
So Canada. Since we have a Canadian on, I've always wanted to ask this ever since the first time I heard of it. Maybe you know, maybe you don't. But I think it was in the 80s, there was like a big theft of maple syrup that made like national headlines. Does this ring a bell?
Oh, dude, it's a real thing. There's actually a doc on Netflix I think it's Dirty Money. So if you go on Netflix, there's a thing called Dirty Money. It'll tell you all about the great maple syrup heist of Canada. Yeah. So the Quebec, which is the French state / province in Canada, they have the largest supply of maple syrup in the world. And it's their version of gold or liquid gold. So yeah, there was a huge heist. People were skimming the maple syrup. It's a thing. I just kind of like we put it on everything too.
Well, yeah, because they were like, because when I heard about it, they talked about like, imagine Fort Knox just filled with maple syrup, and I was like, that can't be true. Like, it's under guard. It's like tied to like it's. So that happened. People stole maple syrup, and it was a big deal. Holy shit. Man. It's we take our maple syrup seriously here. It's so funny. Well, we don't have a culture here, right? It's kind of like you guys are a couple hundred years older than us, so we don't really have culture. We steal it from everybody else. And really the best food comes out of Quebec, out of the one province that speaks French. And so we just steal all their good ideas and call it Canadian. So, they invented poutine. So now that's a Canadian thing, but really it was invented they have something called Montreal smoked meat, which is kind of like corned beef, but it's Montreal smoked. So it's that much more exciting. And they have dry ribs.
No, I think they know how to cook in Quebec. Yeah, there you go. See, that's another thing. See, everything good from Canada comes from Montreal. And if you haven't been to Montreal, which has one of the best comedy festivals in the world, you guys have to check that out. Right?
Yeah, it's just for laughs, right?
Like,
yeah.
It's Montreal is, I would say it's kind of like a cross between Paris and New Orleans. So it's kind of got the best of Europe and the best of North America. So it's my favorite city in the world, man. I love Montreal. And when I grew up in Ontario, Yeah, pre-Katrina. Well, no, it didn't hit Montreal. I think it hit New Orleans.
No, I'm saying New Orleans pre-Katrina.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Now it's just a shithole. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
He's like, yeah.
Surprise.
Okay.
So that's it for my Canada stuff, because I do want to talk about your podcast, and I got some questions about some movies, especially about some opinions that seem to piss people off that I have a lot. But
I do have one question.
Go for it.
Ask away.
So I was going to ask you, since the pandemic, how has the movie reviews been since you had to now look through streaming services and stuff now?
So we really try and always do new content, right? Like that's our real goal. When we started the podcast, it was to bring, like the idea was that people would listen to our podcast. Not everybody's listening. I don't know why everybody's not listening to us, but that's some people are dumb. So they would listen to the new stuff that's coming out, and then they would go, "Oh, I do want to see that," or "I don't want to see it." So we're always still getting new content, either through VOD. So we'll rent something like this coming week. We're going to be talking about Mortal Kombat.
Okay.
Yeah. So, we're not afraid to spend $25 of my hard-earned money, like 6 hours of work for me here to watch Mortal Kombat. And, but, because we're such film geeks, not like we have a plethora of stuff. So we go between Shudder and Prime and Netflix and our version of HBO, which is, and just keep in mind that everything in Canada is shitty when it comes to to streaming. It's like we have Netflix Lite. It's kind of like what the US has, but it's like, oh no, we can't show all this really great content. You only get the Canadian version of it. So it's
like Crackle.
Let's give you, here you go. Yeah. It's kind of, man, I miss Crackle. We don't even get Crackle anymore. Does that still exist in the States?
Wow. Yeah, it does.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah,
Crackle?
it does. Crackle, yeah.
It used to. I know it closed up here, and I was like, "Oh man, how am I gonna get my David Spade movies?"
I mean, I think they changed it up with Tubi. So
yeah, Tubi,
okay.
Tubi's fucking rocket. I love that. That's got some great shit in there.
I mean, beyond the commercials, every time you're like, "It's a good part." There's a good part, though. Commercial.
It gives you time to go take a dump and not have to pause the movie, right? It's like, I got 3 minutes. I can squeeze this out. Bam.
3-minute turd. Jesus Christ, buddy. I am taking my time unless you have some.
I need 3 minutes just to clean up.
But
just keep it lubed all the time. It's never have a problem.
Just hairy.
So are you gonna see Mortal Kombat in the theater, or are you gonna go to
No, so theaters we don't like. Well, kind of the same as in the States, where each state kind of has its own things.
Right.
Pretty much all across Canada, there hasn't been a movie theater open for, I don't know, 7 months.
Right.
So it could be possible when we come out of the pandemic that there won't be movie theaters left, right? Our sponsor, like we have one sponsor for our podcast, and they're a local cinema, and they haven't paid us because they have no money, but they're doing restaurant stuff now. So they sell popcorn, concession. They sell these amazing Japanese hot dogs, which is a reason to go there for that alone.
Nice.
So yeah. So they're trying to make do, man. Like everybody's sucking everybody's dick to get as much juice as they can to get money, right? Like this fucking shit is just, it's awful. And the thing that would piss me off the most, and we've raged about it on our podcast, because we also have an episode within it that what's our rage of the week. And they had gyms open.
Yeah.
And they have restaurants open. Then they fucking close the movie theaters. So it's kind of like, okay, so if a movie theater it's got way more space, right? You can properly socially distance. And I could technically be eating popcorn, which could be a meal. Like, just leave it open. But no, they closed it all.
Well,
so, I think it's everything is streaming.
the issue Canadians are running into, and I'll speak for America on this, is first of all, you believe COVID-19 is real. Let me tell you, COVID-19 is a hoax. Don't wear a mask.
He's filling in for Danny at the moment.
Yeah, I was gonna say I've kind of heard your podcast before, and that's Danny's job. Like, are you channeling her right now? Like when she had her near-death experience earlier, did she take over your body or something?
Basically. Don't do it. If you meet yourself with your own breast, that's ridiculous, man.
Well, I'm convinced she has the biggest dick on the podcast. I can guarantee that. That's for sure.
Probably had the biggest dick on the podcast.
But I'm getting up there with my breasts, so I'm gonna outdo her one of these days.
Oh,
Never close.
it's a challenge. So you guys are gonna bring out the measuring sticks on the next
We've
podcast?
done that.
It's like when Danny's back.
Yeah, we've done that, and I think they're bigger due to COVID. So
What for wait, hold the phone. So who had the bigger breasts or who had the bigger dick? Like was it a double?
Breasts.
it was breast out of the men. I mean, she has, I think, G's. So
Yes, she has G's. Yeah.
So there's no I would probably kill myself before I got to that.
We got measured just like you would for a bra. So
Sweet.
mm-hmm.
Are you wearing it today?
And Big Nick won.
No, I'm just getting tit sweat over here.
For the dick measuring, we just conceded to Sharon for obvious reasons.
Attaboy.
Do they still say black guys have big dicks in Canada?
I think they say that everywhere.
Okay, I was just curious.
Africa, right? Isn't that like they just say, yeah, we got dicks, right? That's what they say, I think. It's kind of like you don't go to Brazil and say, I'll have some Brazil nuts. Just give me some nuts, right? It's like, we got dicks.
So one thing I want to ask you about, I've already told these guys, and I can't remember if they agreed or not, but we'll ask them again. Stanley Kubrick is overrated, correct?
Fuck you.
Yeah, I would say fuck you too.
Well, no, he sucks. He's
What are you basing this on?
No,
I'm basing it on that his movies
what are you
fucking shit. The Shining, Stephen King didn't even want his name attached to it because it was so off the fucking rails.
Have you seen Stephen King movies? Like, up until The Shining, they were fucking terrible. Maximum Overdrive with your buddy Emilio Estevez.
Yeah. That one. He fully directed that one.
Shit's. Yeah, he fully directed that piece of shit. So like Stephen King knows how to write a book.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't know anything about movies, although he was one of the best things about Creepshow. I just, because that was a pretty good movie with him in it. But I think again, the snob in me, maybe the movie snob, you have to have an appreciation for his perfectionism, is I guess what I would say. I didn't like Eyes Wide Shut. I would agree with you. That movie sucked.
Never saw it.
I saw it.
What about Doctor Strangelove?
Don't see it. Doctor Strangelove is fucking awesome. How could you say that was?
First of all, I'm not a Peter Sellers fan, so I mean, there's one strike.
Well, okay, so okay, what type of movies do you like? Let's okay. So we have a basis of knowing where this is all coming from.
So all-time favorite, Brave Little Toaster.
Yep. Wow.
No, I like.
That's a good. I'm gonna say good. I'm saying wow.
Yeah, when I think of,
it's not bad.
When I think of a movie that's well done that just captures me pretty much all the time. My wife is here, so she can contest to this. First of all, Goodfellas.
Okay.
I don't know what it is, but I like it. And then it's a horrible movie, but it made me. It's very effective. Is Requiem for a Dream.
Okay.
That I think is the pinnacle.
I'm probably the only guy I know that hated
you
Goodfellas.
Obviously.
Yeah. Oh shit! Danny D wants to join. Should we let her, guys?
Of course.
I mean, we're having a good time measuring our.
Yeah, man. Let's see her scars.
Oh my god!
Yep.
She's
now,
probably.
We've already talked about tits, so
she's probably going to be on the phone.
You think she'll have like a giant scar?
So what? Oh, she's probably out there.
Yeah. So excuse the audio. Nailed it.
Oh no, there she is. There she is.
Hey,
You feeling okay?
There she is.
I'm fine.
Good.
Irritated, but I'm fine.
Where
Nice.
are you?
It doesn't fucking matter where I am. I'm here.
I can hear people in the back.
Yeah,
That's
it
why.
matters.
I'm not. No one even is near us.
If people talk behind you, or you got to
Well,
Shut
what-
up.
There's nobody here. Shut up.
All right, Danny
Shut
D,
the
Jim from Film Rage, Danny D.
So,
Danny D. How are you?
I'm all right. I'd be better
I
if
heard
my
you-
teenage daughter was a good driver.
Oh, your daughter was driving?
Yeah, I wasn't driving. I'm a good driver, duh. It wasn't me. It was my daughter.
Matt. Oh,
That's got to be traumatizing for her, though,
Yeah.
because now she's got a mark on her license as a teenager.
Yeah,
Hello, insurance premiums.
I know. Well, it wasn't her fault. The lady ran the red light. We're gonna go with that.
Whoa. We're going to go with that.
But I show up to the fucking place because I was at home studying, and I'm wearing a "fuck the police" shirt, and I jump out
Nice.
and I'm like talking to him, and the guy's looking at my shirt, and I don't understand. And then like 20 minutes later, I'm like, oh, I should probably put something else on. My bad.
You could have pulled off, and you should have just pulled out the old one, which is like, stop looking at my tits. My eyes are up here.
Oh,
I left
You
that
could've.
shirt at home. I only brought the "fuck the police" shirt because I'm brave enough to wear it in my house, and then I had to leave in a hurry, so didn't work out. Anyways, how are you? How are you, boys?
We're good.
We've been having it.
We've just been crossing swords.
Oh,
Yeah.
well,
We're having a gay old time. You know what I'm saying?
those boys like to. They love to have a gay old time for sure. They're all about it.
So I do have something that I want to do as a group, but before we get into it, does anybody have any more movie-related questions? Podcast-related questions?
I'm still trying to figure out why you hate Kubrick.
Because he sucks. Kubrick is so overrated. He doesn't.
Clockwork Orange, Full Metal Jacket. Just those two alone.
That guy did a lot of hallucinogenics, I'm sure. If he makes Clockwork Orange.
Yeah. Hello.
No. All right. Space Odyssey. Long.
Yeah.
That's a
drawn out,
David Bowie album, isn't it?
shitty. Okay. I'm telling you right now. I watched it mainly to get the cultural references. I get Hal. Ooh, cool. All right. Other than that, Full Metal Jacket is okay.
It's great. Yeah.
I think it's two movies crammed together in one, because after Pyle takes care of himself, for me, I don't care anymore for that.
It did seem that, yeah.
Clockwork Orange is okay.
What? It's one of the few times I'll say the movie was better than the book.
Oh,
I would agree.
Yeah, because he added
Rob,
so much.
Apparently, Rob and I have the similar taste in movies.
Yeah.
Maybe
You guys
she
are about
Rob.
the same age. You guys are about the same age, probably same lifestyle. Are you married with a kid and unhappy?
Yeah.
Two
Wow.
kids, and yes, it's
perfect.
That's the
Perfect. You guys are best friends.
well,
now.
she called it out like, no.
Jesus Christ.
God damn.
BFF.
Break out some hearts.
That is like my least favorite thing when fucking people put that heart thing on there. I want to reach to the screen and fucking punch them in the face. I'm like, can
You're
you
just
not
mad
do?
'cause your
Yeah,
wife doesn't do it. Your wife's not. Oh, baby, I love you. Have a good day at
Drawn.
work.
Rob, do it. Do it.
Ooh, I hate it just as much as he does. That and the term ooey gooey. I hate that.
Ooey gooey.
Ooey gooey.
Yeah, how like some women hate moist. I hate ooey gooey. I don't know why. What the hell?
I don't like the word snot.
Yeah, there you go.
snot.
So ooey gooey is like snot to me.
I got tired of YOLO. I remember when YOLO was.
You hang out with a lot of people that do cocaine?
Huh?
Like YOLO? That's what it is. Oh, no, that's yayo. Never mind. Yeah, my bad. My bad.
Apparently the car had a little bit of damage that the damage got shared.
No, I wasn't even in the fucking car. I'm just dumb like this all the time. I'm sober right now, so it's not normal.
Wait a minute.
That's why she's so edgy, twitchy.
Rewind that part back.
I
You
know.
were in the car?
I drove to rescue my fucking kid. She got in an accident. She was driving downtown to go see a boy, and then she got in an accident. And then she calls me, of course, because I'm her savior. And then I go.
Well, you're her mom.
Yeah. Well, she has a dad too.
Yeah.
That she'll never call.
But her dad doesn't have a shirt that says "fuck the police," so
no,
that's why she called her mom.
Yeah. No, her dad definitely doesn't have a shirt that says "fuck the police."
Oh, I thought it was your car that was in the accident. Oh, my bad.
So
Nope.
the daughter's okay?
Yeah, she's
Good.
fine.
Did she still go see the boy?
Nope. She's right here talking. She's right here talking.
There's no one there, remember?
Yeah, there's no one around me. She's right here, man.
You don't even understand what I did to do this. I came over to some girl's house and was like, I have to do my podcast. Talk to my daughter while I do this.
Nice dog.
So that's how dedicated I am.
With a random dog in the background.
I know.
I hate to say it, he's almost like trying to come through the picture. It's like, hey, I'm
You know
right
what's
here.
you know what's crazy is having known Danny, her story of like I went to a random person's house and just said, I have to do my podcast, let me get in the backyard, seems so
Normal.
like her. Like, yeah, that's just like a normal day for her to be like, so I just went up to this old lady, she had a backyard. I was like, let me use your backyard. She's like, okay.
How good is your Wi-Fi?
Hide your Wi-Fi.
Can I have your Wi-Fi pass? And what's all that coming from the basement? What's all that noise?
We don't have basements in California.
No, we don't.
What?
No,
Is
where
that
are you
really a
at?
thing?
What state are you
That is
in?
really true.
I'm not from a state. I'm from the fabulous country called Canada.
Oh, you're not even American. You're a Canadian. All right.
I'm not Merkin. I'm Canadian.
Yeah, he's not part of the real North America like us.
Merkin instead of American. America.
America? America?
America.
It's Merkin. It's Merca.
No, Merkin is a pubic wig.
Right. Yeah.
I'm assuming you
I'm
don't
down.
have that because up there it's so cold. Like women just have to grow pubic hair as like a necessity.
You have no one to talk about your pubic hair. None.
Hey, I'm getting a smooth my balls fucking razor coming soon. So
Okay,
you ordered it?
tell me.
Oh, you got.
I want
you got
that
the ball
thing
razor,
you guys
the
talked about
Manscaped?
last week. What's that ball fucker thing that you had last week? Tell me how to order that.
Are you interested in the ball thing? Does your dick not get hard? Because that's what it's for.
I thought it was for you can use multiple things at the same time, right? I'm all about multitasking.
No, it's
so
not.
if I can do something with my balls and do something with my dick at the same
It's
time.
not like a two in the pink, one in the stink kind of thing. It's
yeah,
like
it's not like a 2-in-1. It's like, hey, my dick no longer works. I'm going to just try to use my balls and try to get off.
Basically, it's the ultimate way of teabagging. They're taking.
You know what I love the most about your podcast is the best bits from every episode can come back for just one more round. It's just kind of like it's closing time at Gag On This, and we're going to talk about the best bits because I wish I would have seen the video when I was listening to it as I was driving, and I'm like, I kind of want to pull over my car on the highway and see what this fucking thing looks like.
Nice. How about this? We'll send you the link, and if you order it, then send us a video of you using it.
Oh no!
Yeah,
send it to radchickforever at gmail.com. Yeah, don't be sending it to me. I don't need to see that shit.
No offense, Jim.
Do I need to borrow Nick's ball shaver thing first though? Like, is it a package deal?
Yeah,
you have to shave yourself.
Yeah. You're gonna want your balls smooth.
Let's get.
Don't want to hear on that one.
All right, so we got to get on to our cool thing that I got planned. But since it's not a comedian, we're not going to do the Inside the Comic Studio.
Brilliant.
Thank goodness.
I like her. She's like, thank goodness. You just showed up. We could do this.
He's not a comic. He's not a comic. You can't
Inside the podcast studio.
Nah, we're not going to do Inside the Podcast Studio either. That'd be all. What's the first podcast that landed well? Well, it'd have to be our first episode, guys. Before we get into it, though, into what I want to do. Jim, plug your podcast, plug your social media, plug when you have episodes coming out, what you got coming up, and all that.
Yes. So we're at Film Rage YYC on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. We are at just search Film Rage Podcast on YouTube. You can find us at filmrageyyc.com, where we have a ton of everything on there. I saw Nick kind of streaming through our reviews there. So every movie that we've actually reviewed is actually on our website. So you can click on it and hear the attached thing on Apple Podcast. And we usually record on Wednesdays and then it drops Wednesday night. So anything you haven't seen, watch for that coming week, because we're always going to be doing the new movies that are coming out.
All right. Rob, what do you got?
I get my side project, Stand Up Dad's podcast. I do that with my buddy Mike. We talk about parenting and throw in some dick jokes. Last night we just recorded with Annie, Mike's new girlfriend.
Ooh, how old is she?
She's 29.
Dang.
And,
Ooh.
so that's like geriatric for him, but
A little old for me too, if you know what I'm saying, Rob.
But so that one I definitely would recommend listening to that, because she was a lot of fun. We gave a lot of shit to Mike, but
Nice.
it was a good time. So find it wherever your finer podcasts are sold.
All right. Sure, Ron.
You can catch me on Iambic Poetry Podcast. We're going to be doing another movie review coming up. We're going to be reviewing the 10 Things I Hate About You movie. We just did this.
I love that movie.
We just did the which was Othello, the modern version of Othello, Shakespeare. So right now we're doing this kind of a Shakespeare month. So that's going to be our next movie. Also check Off the Chain Podcast.
Watch hashtag Shakespeare Shitstorm.
I ain't kidding about that. It is.
All right. Danny D, what do you got?
I got so much shit coming up. It's not even funny. Check out my Facebook or my Instagram. I have 17 shows for the remainder of this month. I don't know what days they are, so I'll figure them out and let you guys know.
I also got one thing. I'm going to be DJing the Dope Room. That's Tina San Lucas's comedy show. We got on there several comics. D-Mac. We got on Johnny Taylor. Several, and even Regina Givens. So check it out. It's be on May 15th, at 8:00. Get in touch with Tina San Lucas for the location.
Nice. Follow me on Twitter at the Big Nick J. It is poppin'. We are having a glorious time, especially with our weird GIFs to get our rage on. All right. So one thing I was talking to Rob about, I tend to make fun of Americans for being stupid on Twitter when it comes to different countries, especially because different countries know a lot about America. I feel
Really?
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead. Keep going.
Like Britain knows more about our history than we, like once we left them, we were just like, we don't give a shit about them. Let's just focus on us.
Well,
I
Unless
think it
it's
depends on
royalty.
the American, you know? I think it
a
depends.
lot of it is they're trying to pin up stuff they don't want to say
Article.
anymore.
What?
All the bad stuff Americans have done to each other Americans, they don't tell. They don't even put in the history books. They put in the history book, but they don't. Yeah.
That's not history. That's happening right now, buddy. Like
I know. Yeah.
like modern day history. It happened like 2 days
Modern
ago.
attack. Yet they just somehow forget that part. It's like, oh, whatever. What do you mean there was a police violence? I don't know what you're talking about. Damn you. Okay. Sorry about that.
I was about to say, way to get political.
Every
Trying to talk
time.
about dick jokes and shit.
right now. Okay, so what about who's got a bigger dick, Biden or
Or what a boot.
I was gonna say, I
have
have
to
the
go with
biggest-
Biden.
I
I got
have
a
the biggest
drink.
dick out of all of them.
Yeah,
Well, we talked about that earlier.
he actually agreed. He was like, I vote Danny as the biggest dick. And we were like, probably.
Yeah,
Just see a
probably.
doctor about that.
I haven't had any complaints, Rob.
So
Damn.
I got these questions off the internet, so you know they're real. So what I want to do is I want to test Jim. I want to test your knowledge of America because I'm assuming since you're from Canada, you probably know it. And then the other three, since we're all Americans, I think 3 against 1 is probably fair as far as knowledge goes to Canada. Does that sound like a good idea, guys?
You're lumping me in with these two?
Oh, that's right. You're a history buff.
You're going to make me answer questions about Canada?
No, about the U.S.
No.
Oh, okay.
She's like, where's that?
About Canada.
And that ocean in the middle of the country.
Yeah, no.
Oh, fuck you guys.
The Americans are going to answer questions about Canada, and
we're going to lose.
Okay. All right, I got this. Question.
We also get the citizenship test. We think this is going to make it any better.
All right. So
I might actually fail this too if you ask me Canadian questions.
There's no pressure on your side.
Yes, there is.
although I would be curious if he does get it right. Okay, first question. This one was tough for me. What is the status of Canada? Meaning, what is it considered? Is it A, a republic, B, a dominion, C, a kingdom, or D, a commonwealth?
I thought it was Commonwealth. I said Commonwealth.
Are you asking us or Jim?
I'm asking the Americans.
He's asking the Merkins.
I'm going to go. What is the question one more time, Alex?
What is the status of Canada? What is it classified as? Is it a republic, a dominion, a kingdom, or a commonwealth?
I was going to say citizen.
I was going to go with the commonwealth.
What did Commonwealth
say?
You can't look at Google.
I'm just kidding. Google didn't give me the answer. It said citizen. It didn't even have the right fucking answer. I can't even Google this. I'm going to say Commonwealth.
Okay, now Jim, what would you think it is?
Or what do you know
well, we're part of the Commonwealth, but I think we're a dominion.
Nailed it. Yep.
Australia too.
Damn, I'm fucking smart.
That was one question there, buddy. Hold on.
I'm smart. I'm smart with one question.
So explain that. So their dominion is like Rob said, is Australia also a dominion, or are they a commonwealth?
Yeah,
who's Commonwealth technically?
The Commonwealth is part of the Commonwealth of Britain. So India was part of the Commonwealth. Australia, Jamaica, there's a ton of them that were part of the Commonwealth. We are now. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Now
I'm guessing, man.
It's like, I'm just throwing that shit out there. All right, Jim, what is the status of America? Is it A, republic, B, dominion, C, kingdom, or D, commonwealth?
Oh, crap. I don't know that.
I think it was the first one. What was the first one?
Republic.
Yeah,
it's a republic.
Go with that.
All right. So Canada 1, America 0. Okay. Now,
is it not?
No, it is.
It is a republic.
But I'm saying he got it right. All right. For the Americans, what is the capital of Canada? Is it Halifax, Montreal, Ottawa, or Toronto?
Toronto.
Ottawa.
I want to say it's Ottawa.
Fine. I'll go with Ottawa.
All right. You are correct. It is Ottawa.
Woo, you guys are smarter than the average Merkins.
All right.
They are.
Not saying much.
I said Toronto.
Hey, you were smart enough to join the team. There you go.
I'm not a dummy. I know when to get on the fucking boat when it's sailing.
All right, Jim. How many senators are there in total? 435, 50, 100, or it changes due to population increase?
Ooh, that's a trick question, I think. I would say right now it's probably closer to 435, but I would say it increases with the population. I'm going to guess that.
Wrong.
It's 100.
435 is a representative.
100. Yeah, 135.
We get 2 senators for each state.
Each state, and then
two senators.
So a little.
So there's only 50 states
though?
Yeah.
There's 50 states.
There's only 50?
What do you think there's 52?
I know. Puerto Rico and stuff don't want to be states yet. So
DC might be a state.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
I thought
State
Puerto Rico was going to be a
not yet.
State of Jefferson.
It's still a territory.
Puerto Rico. That's not even near us.
What are you talking about?
Did you say it's not near us?
Closer to us than fucking Hawaii. What are you talking about?
Alaska Alaska's not near you either.
Yeah.
That's true.
I know. I wouldn't drive there either. It's too fucking cold there.
All right. We are now tied 1-1. 1-1. Okay.
California girl right here.
For the Americans, what are the official languages of Canada? Is it English and Spanish, Spanish and French, French and Russian, or English and French?
English and
English and
French.
French.
Because I remember at the airport, everything said exit sortie,
Well,
all over the
I
fucking-
watch Letterkenny, so I know a couple of things about Canada.
Wow.
Yeah, you're
That's one of
learning
my
all your
favorite shows.
good Canadian stuff from Letterkenny.
That's the only thing. That's the only reason.
That's why I like shiz. Okay. So, Jim, what is the second most spoken language in America? Is it A, French, B, Mandarin, C, Russian, or D, Spanish?
It's got to go with Spanish. Like Florida alone has enough to make it up.
All right. Yeah, you are correct.
It is.
I do love my Cubana sandwiches.
All right. This one's going to be difficult. I'll just admit it for the Americans, okay? When did Montreal host the Olympics? 1964?
When did Montreal host the Olympics? 1964?
1976? 1980? Or 1984?
It goes 64.
64. Yeah.
All right. So all three said
I'm going to go with the
64?
boys. I don't watch the
Just to
Olympics.
think,
Sure.
yeah.
All right. Jim, do you know?
I believe that was the 76 Olympics.
I
Boom,
thought
it
that was
was.
Los Angeles.
Ouch.
Oh, that was in the 80s.
Oh, I wasn't born yet, so that doesn't count for me. I was still right. I wasn't born.
You could read a book, but you can't.
I don't do that either. I don't know how to do that either. Why the fuck would I read a book about the Olympics? Why
not?
do you think I do over here in California with my life? I don't have time to read a book about the fucking Olympics.
Apparently drive, piss off cops, and smoke, but what do I know?
That was the most blunt fucking thing.
I like him. I like him.
I like Jim too.
I've never met a blunt Canadian. They're normally super passive aggressive.
I'm that too. I'm Canadian. It's kind of in our genes.
At the end of the episode, he'll say sorry, and then it'll be all okay.
All right.
You know, our podcast is called Film Rage, so you know.
What side of Canada do you live on?
Middle.
I live pretty close to the west side. I'm
So are you closer to California?
climb over
or
the
like
mountains. Way closer to. Well, I'm not close to either of those. I'm closer to Alaska.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, no, he's
But
he's
we
Midwest.
live west.
Mhm.
But it's more. Yeah, it's like sure
Above Montana.
It's mid.
Yeah.
It's above Montana. Yeah, that's the perfect explanation, Rob.
Okay,
We're
thank
above
you,
Montana.
Rob, for answering that question. That's what I was wondering because I know the state sorta, but I don't know where you are. Thank you, Montana.
Yeah, it's by the great oceans of Michigan. All right, Jim.
I'm never telling
The
you
great ocean of
anything again.
Montana.
I'm never telling you anything again.
That's
Nothing.
great. Hey, for the longest time, I thought Poland was a city.
I'm sure there is a Poland
There
city
might be
somewhere.
a city named Poland.
I mean, so, you know, all right, Jim,
Yes.
this one's going to be difficult for you because I didn't even know this one. How many times has America hosted the Olympics?
Ooh.
6, 9, 8, or 5?
The correct answer is who gives a fuck?
Whoa.
Yeah, because it could be the winter and the summer. Okay, give them to me again.
6, 9, 8, or 5?
6, 9. I'm gonna go with 6. It's just a guess.
I think it would be
5.
higher.
It's
Oh,
8.
8.
It was 8.
Yeah. All right.
Okay, wait a minute. Los Angeles. Where else?
Squaw Valley.
Atlanta,
Boom.
Atlanta.
Lake Placid.
Lake Placid.
Yeah, little.
You know that.
Thank you, Nick.
Hollywood Boulevard,
Got a gator there.
Disneyland.
The Chilean one, isn't that in the U.S.
In-
somewhere?
Right
Chile?
in Montana, right below Canada. Hey,
Yeah, in Montana. Didn't Montana have a winter one?
The Aspen,
Sure,
isn't
yeah.
it? I know that.
I don't know.
no one ever goes to Montana.
I was just laughing at Rob's bomb comment about Atlanta.
Didn't
Read a
Atlanta
fucking
really have the
paper.
Olympics?
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, Atlanta had the Olympics. It was the
I don't even know where you would fucking put them. I've been there. It's crowded.
Yeah.
They had the Olympics.
Okay. Now,
In the
Americans. This one should
like
be
this one.
pretty fucking easy, guys. Don't let me down. What is the national animal of Canada? Is it
snap.
elephant, bear, beaver, or seal?
Beaver.
Oh,
Beaver.
a beaver.
It is.
See, and this is why Canadians are cool. Who doesn't love beavers?
Nice.
All right. So,
Just as long as it's not
Annie-
named Justin.
Andy's bald. Do you have nice calves, Jim? I almost called you John. Whatever the fuck your name is. Jim, do you have nice calves?
Wow.
whatever the fuck your name is.
Oh, here comes. It looks like an amputee.
Yeah, you look like an amputee.
It didn't come through on the green screen. What was the name of that amputee that ran across Canada and died? The cancer guy.
Terry Fox.
Thank you. Okay.
Oh.
That was bugging me.
Whoa.
Such a random poll.
What happened?
There was a guy that had cancer and ran across the country to raise awareness with one leg.
Yeah. It's an international thing. It's called the Terry Fox Run. They do it all over the world now. He had cancer. He got treated, and then he started running across Canada, and then he died before he finished.
So he's like our Forrest Gump. He's like Forrest Gump of Canada.
But real.
Forrest Gump was.
And he died, unlike Forrest Gump.
Do not think that way, please.
That's not a documentary. That's not a documentary.
Oh God!
I'm just kidding.
I know you are. I know you are. But
I'm just kidding.
Do you really know?
More Neil Armstrong.
Hey,
go with that.
Hey, you guys don't know. There could be a guy that ran across America before no
sure
one
there
told the
is.
story because he wasn't that interesting, and he just started running. He just maybe he likes to run, and his wife drove him crazy, and he's like, "Fuck that shit now."
I think there's kind of a theme there with Danny is that she thinks that all wives drive us crazy and that we need to run away.
She was a wife, so she would know.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I'm the worst. I'm just gonna say that.
I'm the worst.
I'm the worst. Like
The
I can't do
worst.
it. You'd have to be a complete submissive to be with me, and that's not even what I like. Not even what I
Well,
like.
there's a whole there's like a subgenre of that.
There is.
No, I'm a phone sex operator, so I talk to people. I was gonna say you guys, but I talk to men all day.
Now I know what you look like. Now I know what you look like. Oh, I've been wanting to know that.
Well, if you went to night
I think
fight,
I
you
owe-
would've seen it, so.
I think I owe you $4.99. I think. Maybe.
Yeah, you only lasted 2 minutes. That sounds about right, Jim.
All right, Jim.
How much is if it's under a minute? That's what I want to know.
I mean, we would charge you for the minute, so it'd be like $2. But if you would come in a minute, I'm blocking you. You're not going to call me ever again. You're not going to waste my fucking time.
You just worked it up to that point and then dialed when he was almost done.
Right?
Just calls at the end of edging.
Well, I just watched the Gag on This podcast for a while, and then I turn on my phone.
That's hot.
Yeah, plus
I like that.
plus $2 American is like what, 50 cents Canadian? I mean,
No, it's like
exchange rate.
It's like $100 or something Canadian.
I take crypto too, though,
$100.
so.
Yeah, she'll
I
take Doge.
crypto. Yeah, I'll take Doge.
Portions of my crypto.
Ethereum.
Nice.
All right, Jim.
We got lots of cannabis. Oh, sorry.
Do you?
Me
Canada?
too.
Yeah, man, it's all legal here. It's all legal in Canada, everywhere.
They had
The
it
whole
before
country?
we had it in the 90s.
Well, that's why they're so fucking nice.
Yeah.
They had dispensaries in the 90s.
That and they're not all hung up on this thing called religion.
They're not. They're not religious in Canada.
They're religious.
They have Jesus in Canada.
Whoa.
Do they?
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure. I'm sure you guys have heard of him.
Just Jesus.
Yeah, that's
He's not like just United States specific. He gets around.
Rob brings up a good point. In Canada, do you guys have like a Bible belt? Like our Midwest is just all Bible thumpers. Like, is there a province that's like strictly like praise the Lord and pass the ammunition?
Hey, there's nothing wrong with that. Thanking the Lord.
I said province. The province. Wait, hold on a minute. The province, which that pineapple's motherfucking good. The province I live in is probably the most Bible Beltish as if you can have. We have
Alberta. Nice.
Yep. There's the rural Alberta is probably the most racist, the most right wing, the most you name it. Which is sad because the cities, both the two big cities, Calgary and Edmonton, both are very metropolitan type cities. There's lots of diversity, but it's like you drive outside the city limits and you're like, oh,
so it is I'm going to see it of Canada.
I was about to say it is.
It is.
Texas.
I'm going to see a Klan member over there. I'm going to see like they're actually taking it to court now in Canada because they've been telling them they have to close the churches and they're like, we don't want to wear masks. We just want to praise Jesus and get COVID and then get free healthcare.
They want to be like India.
So yeah,
you got the KKK.
Kind of except right now in Alberta, we have the highest in North America now. We're beating all the U.S. cities in my province. Yeah, man.
Did you know in the city that Nick lives in is the highest number for syphilis per capita?
Ouch.
Yep.
You moved out of there.
I did. I don't live there anymore. It's Nick's fault now. It's Nick's problem.
Well, did it go with you or did you leave it for just Nick?
No, I think syphilis goes away from what I remember. One of them, I don't remember, but they all go away, I think, now.
What?
Does everybody know there's a super gonorrhea now, though? Did anybody hear that?
Yeah.
There's a fucking super gonorrhea.
It's been a while.
There's probably super a lot of things if you're like, you're supposed to get your dick dirty. It probably develops into a super, like, oh, well, I've had chlamydia for 2 years. Now it's super chlamydia. Like, oh, I don't know. Like, it's I don't know. I just imagine you stick your dick in, it just fucking explodes. It's just like, I got super gonorrhea. Wow. It's like a whole, like, ecosystem in there. You can't just keep letting, like, weird shit in there, You don't want to, like, fuck up what's going on in there, your pH balance and all that shit.
I think that's crazy. You guys have like a pH balance you have to watch after like a pool.
We have a whole ecosystem in our pussies, Nick. Remember that.
That's so weird.
It is the older.
When you're going down on your wife, remember the ecosystem. Be nice.
Is it like a COVID test that you stick in there? Do you have to stick like a COVID test in there?
I mean,
sort of test
their pH. We can talk about whatever you want to stick up there. I don't know.
It's like a dipstick.
Yeah,
I've seen signs that say COVID testing in rear.
Yeah, it smells like it needs a little bit more vinegar. Rob
needs to be a little more acidic.
Rob does love his ass play.
Get some like mint jubilee down there, like sprinkle, I don't know, some fucking baby powder.
Yo.
Don't ever. Well,
yo, Grimace.
Ladies. Don't have to worry about it.
You and me, buddy. You and me.
Oh, you do too?
Who doesn't? Like, it's why if you got an orifice, you should be using it.
So here's the question: have you ever been pegged?
Oh, good grief!
Yeah. Why?
All right. Well, because I was recently thinking, like, to me, pegging is going to be like heroin. Like, I'm just going to stay away from it for as long as I can.
Okay.
Because once I do it, I'm going to enjoy the fuck out of it. And I might just, go around taking my advantage of people.
Don't do anything else. That's, it's actually one of the sub conversations we have on our podcast is it's kind of like that. What's behind door number 2? What haven't we stuck up our ass in this podcast? It's kind of like da da da.
Yeah,
our podcast. It's like kind of like what did we stick up our ass this week? It's actually I think we should add that as a segment. Maybe next week.
Be a segment. Could be.
Do you know what old King Clancy is?
No.
Oh no. Okay.
Do you want to tell us?
It's just.
Do you stick weird things up your ass, Jim? I have to ask. I'm sorry. Do you stick weird things up your ass? I want to know. What's the weirdest thing you've ever stuck up your ass?
I like how he has to think about it.
We're in a tree of trust here. We're in a circle of trust.
Oh yeah, this is on YouTube.
Okay, that's.
You know what?
That seems awfully porous.
That's pretty wide.
I also practice my gagging on this before we came.
Oh, yeah. Everyone thinks I came up with the name, but Nick's the pervert, not me.
Wow.
Actually, I'm just intelligent because I know double entendre.
Nobody thinks that though. They're like, "Oh, you gag on all their dicks." Oh.
It's because they're not intelligent.
You missed my blue lips earlier.
Yeah,
you did.
And you won't get to see them because we have to cut out that whole fucking beginning.
You don't have to.
No, I will. I mean, that's something to say.
Well, then you send me an unedited version, Nick.
Well, also, when we say goodbye, if you want to stay on, I'm sure Rob will share it as long as it's not being recorded.
Yeah.
Oh, ooh.
I almost told you now, then I remembered. I just have to make Nick edit.
Yeah, and I don't want to do that this far in.
All right. Okay.
So we're almost to the end. Should we continue
the last
with
question?
Well, I was going to say, should we continue with the quiz or should we? Because we're having some fun, just bullshit.
Give it to me. Either way.
Yeah, do it. Yeah, give us some questions.
Yeah, you did research. What's your one stupid question? Maybe my friends will know. My daughter and my friend will know these answers.
By the way,
and the
Jim,
random house rat. Yeah.
Jim, this is why you and I get along so well. Did you hear what she just said? Well, you did all this research. Ask your dumb, stupid question.
I mean,
I don't know what you're talking about.
All right. Well, all right. I'll ask two more questions. Two more questions.
Stupid questions.
Yeah, two more stupid, dumb questions that I did a lot of research on, just to make it even. Okay, so for Jim. How many national animals does America have? 1, 2, 3, or 4?
So I would have said 1 because shouldn't it be 1? But I actually looked at some state the other day and it had like 17. It had different fucking animal for every single thing. So I am totally lost. I'm just going to say 1. What the hell?
Do you know what it is?
Is it the bald eagle?
Yes, just like you.
Well,
right, Nick?
First of all,
them's good eating.
First of all, there are 2 national animals.
We're wrong.
The other one's not the turkey, is it?
No.
What is it?
Is it a salamander?
A bear. It's a bear.
Nope.
What is it?
California.
It's a bison.
Oh, the bison?
Yep.
Don't we kill them?
We have a national bird and a national mammal.
Is the bison a buffalo?
Wow. Yeah.
Pretty much.
We don't have a national sea creature?
No.
I'm sure we do.
Yeah.
I'm sure something out there. But
so
no,
that was a trick question. That was a trick.
How is it a trick question? There's 2.
We didn't even know.
Yeah.
Americans didn't even know.
That's the first I've heard of it.
I thought it was 1. I thought it was the eagle. I didn't know. I thought we were the national animal because we're mammals. You know, a bear.
No, we're the global animal. The national. Okay. All right. Last question.
I'm on side with that, by the way.
Yeah. Hey, it sounds good, right?
Yes, it does. All right, last question. It'll be pretty much the same. So for the Americans, by the way, it's 3-2 America. So Canada, you're not looking good being represented by Jim here.
Because America's smart.
All right, so Americans, what is the longest river in Canada? St. Lawrence?
What is the longest river in Canada?
Okay.
St. Lawrence, Mackenzie, Nelson, or Fraser?
Mackenzie.
Oh, she's muting, so she's obviously asking for it.
Huh?
They're Googling it.
They're not Googling. They're not because they won't. They don't want me to cheat.
I'll go Mackenzie with Rob.
My friend said Mississippi. That's wrong. The Canadian what? The Canadian version of the Mississippi.
That is the greatest answer ever. The Canadian version of the Mississippi.
Which is called?
He said that's the best answer ever. What's it called? What?
All right, so we got 2. It is Mackenzie. It is Mackenzie.
Mackenzie. Nice. Mackenzie or McKinley?
Mackenzie.
Mackenzie.
The girl that got raped by her dad from the Mamas and the Papas.
Yeah, that guy.
This one?
And a random fact.
All right, guys. This one actually is a little... I think the Americans would be surprised. I actually had to fact check this because what we've been taught in history may not be true.
Told you.
Guys? So, Jim, longest river in the United States. Mississippi, Rio Grande, Missouri, or the Yukon?
Oh, I'm going Yukon.
You're going Yukon?
Yukon. I'm going to say Yukon.
Yeah.
I thought it was Mississippi. but
Rob?
might be
I
wrong.
don't think it's Mississippi. I think that's
it has to be a trick question. And part of me wants to say the Missouri, but that just feeds into the Mississippi. So I'll say Yukon as well.
You were actually correct, Rob, with the Missouri. It is
Really?
100.
Oh, it's the
It is
Missouri.
100 feet longer than the Mississippi.
100 feet.
Who
That's
measured
it.
that? How do they know?
I don't know, but I was because when I
They
saw
measured
it,
it.
I was like, it's the Mississippi. That's what we've always been fucking taught. But no,
It's just
Isn't the
most-
Mississippi like carved up now? Like they just,
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
it's all
be.
fucked
I
up.
don't know. If there's probably snakes in that fucking river though, and that's not cool.
snakes.
Snakes everywhere.
Water snakes. Gonna get you.
All right, guys. So America wins
America wins like always. Woo!
4-2.
I put a flag up behind me or something.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, we wouldn't have won without Rob or Sharon. Like, I wouldn't have won.
Wait, hang on.
So, and Nick, I don't think you would have won. And maybe that's actually why you do all the research so that you don't look retarded when you're answering questions.
Wow,
So
that's hurtful.
maybe we should all do like
Well-
a weekly segment of like where I come up with questions and see how well you answer.
Oh, imagine that. Something I've been asking for months.
You have not asked for help, motherfucker. You're like, I can't commit to anything.
Danny, you missed the whole part about Nick being an idiot because he thinks Stanley Kubrick's movies are terrible, though.
Because they are. They are pure goddamn garbage.
So wait a minute.
I didn't get involved in that conversation because I've only seen Clockwork Orange once when I was like 12, and I have not seen the rest of the movies that he's made. So
Well, you're not
Nothing
missing
else.
out.
12.
You haven't seen nothing else? Nice.
no, I don't watch shit like that.
So we are going to end soon, but one thing I want to do is since Jim gets requests to see movies, can all of you request one movie, hopefully a horrible one, that you think they should review?
Dare. Oh, it's Dare. Okay. Go see Speak to Me in Poetry. We reviewed
That
that.
sounds horrible.
Yeah. You can get it on YouTube. You can see it on YouTube. It's free.
To me,
Put it on YouTube.
poetry.
Okay.
I'm writing it down.
Rob?
As for a good one, Snatch. I think that's one of the best ones out there.
No, you're gonna
With
dare
Brad
us to see
Pitt?
terrible movies.
I
Not
know.
good.
The other one would be Toys, the Robin Williams one. I hated
Oh,
it.
I like that movie.
Oh, so did I.
Fucking
I like Toys
hated
with
it. I
Robin
stopped
Williams.
watching it halfway through. I hated it so much.
You have problems.
It is also terrible. So yeah, that'll be a good one to watch.
Thank you.
All right, Danny, what about you?
I don't know the full name of the movie, but it like just came out, and I watched it. It's pretty bad. It's called like Barb and Star Take Over Florida or something like that. It's pretty comedy.
Oh, Barb
I like
and
it.
Star take over St. Mark's or something?
Yeah, there you go. That was it. My friends made me watch it, and it was horribly, but it was like hella fun. Because I just got back from Vegas yesterday. I wore a visor the whole time and a fanny pack. I was on it. My friends and I matched. It
Seen
was
the
pretty
pictures.
cool. Yeah,
I got it.
Pretty cool.
I got it down.
Nice.
All right.
How about you, Nick? Sharon, you did.
My girl
Sharon
got
gave you
another
one.
one.
You got me.
My girl got another one. She says Cats. She saw it high.
Don't make him watch Cats.
Hated
Yeah, actually, we did have to see Cats, so you can check out our review of that.
Okay,
and,
I'll check that
and
out.
we have the best timestamps, so you can just fast forward to the Cats, and if you go on our website and just search on our review page Cats, it'll take you directly to that episode.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah, it is
And
pretty professional.
I-
The timestamps on his, I was actually amazed because I was like, oh shit, you can just click this and it'll take you right fucking to it.
Oh, you have
Genius.
timestamps? Nice.
All right, my movie is what I think quite possibly the worst story plot line ever.
Stanley Kubrick.
Stanley Kubrick.
No. NC-17 Showgirls. Not the rated R version, the NC-17.
Oh boy,
I didn't know
that's
they had that.
painful.
The
Yeah.
plot is,
It's awful.
oh, you've seen it.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Wow.
Oh yeah.
So what did you think of
But
Striptease?
I have to now. I have to watch it again.
All right. Well,
We'll be excited about that.
See some more.
Even after you finish it, you still have to complete the movie. After you finish, complete the movie. Okay. So I want to say, first of all, this was fucking great. Thank you for coming on, Jim. You are an amazing guest. I love our Twitter interactions. I love your weird GIFs or GIFs, whatever the fuck they're called.
Called GIFs.
Okay.
Jizz. Oh, jizz. Oh, a jiff. That's my Canadian accent. My weird jizz. Jizz. Jizz.
I would love to receive some weird jizz from you.
I'm a boot to
I'll
come.
put some in. I'm a boot to send you some in the mail. I'll stick some of my jibs in the mail.
All right. Well, this was great, Jim. Thank you for coming on. Everybody else, stay safe. What? Wait.
I wanted to say one thing because now I smoked some weed. I'm not sober anymore, so now I remember some things. I just wanted to say May 12th, I will be at the Union in Roseville. Alvin Duke show. Fucking come out. It's a great time. And May 10th, I'll be at Arts Bar and Grill. So just go to my fucking Facebook page. I got like 17 shows, like I said. So check it out. I'm trying to promote them better. Come out, have a good time. I'll buy you a drink, maybe.
All right. And here I thought it was a question for our guest, but okay. Plug your show.
No, fuck that.
Fucking Danny, you're
my
great.
questions offline.
I'm game. I gotta find out how I'm gonna ship jizz. That's what I'm kind of thinking about.
You just come. Oh, never mind. My daughter's
Liquid
right in front of me.
Suck.
My daughter's right in front of me. I'll message you.
So,
all right,
Danny, if you want to hear what Rob said before we recorded, stay on. Everybody else, stay safe, guys.
Thanks, Jim.
Thanks, Jim.
guys.
Later.
And gal.
Bye.